जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यामुनतीर वनचारी। यामुनतीर वनचारी। जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस AC भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 3, chapter entitled The Birth of Lord Krishna, text 11. Please repeat after me. Saha Vismaya Utpulla Vilochanaha Harim Sutam Vilokya Anakadundhubihi Tada Krishna Avatara Utsava Sambramaha Asprishat Muda Dvijebhyah Ayutam Aplutah Gavam Savismayotpulla Vilochano Harim Savismayotpulla Vilochano Harim Sutam Vilokyanakadhundubhistada सुतं विलोक्यानकदुन्दुभिस्तदा कृष्णावतारोत्सवसम्भ्रमोऽस्पृशन् कृष्णावतारोत्सवसम्भ्रमोऽस्पृशन् मुदा द्विजेभ्यो युतमाप्लुतो गवाम् मुदा द्विजेभ्यो युतमाप्लुतो गवाम् स विस्मयोत्फुल्लविलोचनो हरिम् सुतं विलोक्यानकदुन्दुभिस्तदा कृष्णावतारोत्सवसम्भ्रमोऽस्पृशन् मुदा द्विजेभ्यो युतमाप्लुतो गवाम् स विस्मयोत्फुल्लविलोचनो हरिम् लोचनो हरिम् Mataji's Saham he Vasudeva, also known as Anakadhundubhi, Vismaya Utpulla Vilochanaham, his eyes being struck with wonder at the beautiful appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Harim, Lord Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sutam, as his son, Vilokya, observing, Anakadhundubihi, Vasudeva, Tada, at that time, Krishna Avatara Utsava, for a festival to be observed because of Krishna's appearance. Sambramaha, wishing to welcome the Lord with great respect. Asprashat, took advantage by distributing. Muda, with great jubilation. Vijebhyaha, to the Brahmanas. Ayutam, 10,000. Aplutaha, overwhelmed, surcharged. Gavam, cows. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Translation: when Vasudeva saw his extraordinary son, his eyes were struck with wonder. In transcendental jubilation, he mentally collected 10,000 cows and distributed them among the Brahmanas as a transcendental festival. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has analyzed the wonder of Vasudeva upon seeing his extraordinary child. Vasudeva was shivering with wonder to see a newborn child decorated so nicely with valuable garments and gems. He could immediately understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had appeared, not as an ordinary child, but in his original, fully decorated four-handed form. The first wonder was that the Lord was not afraid to appear within the prison house of Kamsa, where Vasudeva and Devaki were interned. Second, although the Lord, the Supreme Transcendence, is all pervading, he had appeared from the womb of Devaki. The third point of wonder, therefore, was that a child could take birth from the womb so nicely decorated. Fourth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was Vasudeva's worshipable deity, yet had taken birth as his son. For all these reasons, Vasudeva was transcendently jubilant, and he wanted to perform a festival as Kshatriyas do to celebrate the birth of a child. But because of his imprisonment, he was unable to do it externally, and therefore he performed the festival within his mind. This was just as good. If one cannot externally serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can serve the Lord within one's mind, since the activities of the mind are as good as those of the other senses. This is called the non-dual or absolute situation, Advaya Jnana. People generally perform ritualistic ceremonies for the birth of a child. Why then should Vasudeva not have performed such a ceremony when the Supreme Lord appeared as his son? Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikas Swami Nitinamini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Savismayot Pulla Vilochano Haring Sutang Vilokyanaka Dhundavistada Krishnavatarotsava Sambramos Prashan Mudad Vijebyo Yutamaplato Gavam. Once again, translation. When Vasudeva saw his extraordinary son, his eyes were struck with wonder. In transcendental jubilation, he mentally collected 10,000 cows and distributed them among the Brahmanas as a transcendental festival. Hare Krishna. So, now here Vasudeva is looking at his newborn child. He was looking at all the newborn child previously who took birth, but now especially is looking at the newborn eighth child, which was very much anticipated, at least especially by Kamsa. He was expecting, he was waiting, anticipating when that eighth child will come immediately, then I have to kill the child. At least Kamsa was anticipating, and every one of us, though we all know what is going to come after, throughout Krishna Leela, we know what is going to happen next, what happened previously. Still, this anticipation for the birth of Krishna is always there. We may say, Prabhuji, all the pastimes of the Lord, we have anticipation. Throughout 10th canto, we have anticipation. But still, this pastime of the Lord, the birth of Krishna, this has special significance among all other pastimes, we can say. Why? Because this pastime of Krishna taking birth, it happens only in this material world. This does not happen this does not take place even in spiritual world. Krishna never takes birth in spiritual world. Only it happens here in this material realm. Though we say that Vrindavan of spiritual world and Vrindavan of material world, one should not see any difference, but still we see Acharyas, they compare and then they tell, actually this Vrindavan, Gokul especially, present in this material world, it is higher than Vrindavan in spiritual world, the Goloka Vrindavan. How it is possible? We say that we should not see, and at the same time we can generally know people's mentality. They may think spiritual world is higher, material world should be somewhat less. But Acharyas give explanation that in this material realm, the Gokul, what we see, it is far superior than Goloka Vrindavan. And they give so many reasons, out of which the first reason is this, the pastime of birth of Krishna. So, therefore, this is wonderful. And that they give so many other reasons also that conditioned souls like us, we are not allowed to enter into Goloka Vrindavan directly, but we can access Gokul. Means physically, at least we can enter inside Gokul, we can get purified, and then we can go back to Goloka Vrindavan or stay here in Gokul also and serve Lord. Like the so many reasons they give. What else is there? There are no demons in spiritual world. Means there is no fighting for Krishna in spiritual world. Only here we see so many demons. Daily, one after another, so many demons, they come and fight with Krishna. It is said that in Goloka Vrindavan, just there is a rumor to create that mood. Oh, Arishtasura is coming. Oh, this demon is coming. That demon is coming. Then immediately that mood is created. Like that. And in Goloka Vrindavan, we see there are no husbands for gopis. But here we see there are husbands of gopis, at least externally. And then that mood of separation is there. And like that, so many reasons they go on giving. Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. We heard this in Goloka Chat seminar. Gokul Prabhu very nicely explained. So this pastime itself is so wonderful. And what to speak about the appearance of Lord when he is taking birth. It is really wonderful. Here in the translation we can see, when Vasudeva saw his extraordinary son, his eyes were struck with wonder. So immediately, just the newborn child, when Vasudeva is seeing, immediately he was struck with wonder, because Krishna is wonderful. Krishna, even the name, Krishna's form, Krishna's activity, including Krishna's prasadam, everything is wonderful. One time, this happened in 1971, means you can say nearly the beginning days of the movement. So after a lecture, general lecture, a devotee named Nanda Kishore Prabhu, he asked Prabhupada, several times, we meet public outside during Harinam like that, and then we just give them some prasadam. They get one piece of Krishna prasadam or one piece of our simply wonderful. What happens to them? Is that okay? Like that, the devotee asked Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada said, yeah, that's really wonderful. You just give them one simply wonderful, then they take that simply wonderful. They have never tasted anything such wonderful. What happens? After taking that simply wonderful, they come to the temple which is wonderful, and then they become wonderful. And then Prabhupada was still continuing. Prabhupada said, see, your philosophy is simply wonderful. Your prasadam is simply wonderful. You are simply wonderful, and your Krishna is simply wonderful. So all devotees were, immediately they were kind of praising, Prabhupada, you are simply wonderful. Then Prabhupada said, you also can become. So everything is in relation with Krishna, everything is wonderful, simply wonderful. And that's what happening here. Hearing about Krishna is also wonderful. There is no difference between hearing and seeing. But here we see that literally Vasudeva is seeing Krishna, and especially the pastime of birth of Krishna, Vasudeva is literally seeing, which we said comparatively. This is therefore Goloka is said superior. Gokul is said superior to Goloka. And that particular pastime, Vasudeva is witnessing. Literally he is seeing through his eyes. So he was so jubilant. And Prabhupada in the purport mentions that even we also, when a child takes birth, immediately we are so happy. When there is no son, especially when there is no son, then Shastras it is said that putra hinam griham shunyam. If you don't have a son, then that house is like shunya. We saw even just now Ramanavami over, Dasharatha, he was feeling so bad that there was no son. Chitraketu was feeling so bad, there was no son. So here also Vasudeva was seeing, I was getting sons, but everyone was getting killed. And now this eighth son has taken birth. And Vasudeva immediately could understand that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How he was able to understand, we see in the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning, Vasudeva was shivering with wonder to see a newborn child decorated so nicely with valuable garments and gems. he could immediately understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had appeared. So several times we see people, they say that, no, that, oh, if God exists, let me see him. Let him come in front of me. Show his extraordinary powers. Then I will accept your God. We see that, no, so many times people, they challenge. And we tell them that what qualification do you have to see, even if God shows in front of you. But this is their challenge, that let your God show his extraordinary powers. So here Vasudeva is seeing, Lord is showing his extraordinary power, that just is coming out of womb with what? Fully decorated. Yesterday we were seeing, no, fully grown hair, with mukut, with krita, kundalas. Kundalam means earrings, kuntalam means hairs. Yesterday's verse we saw these both words. Lord is fully nicely decorated. So, like pious souls, devotees like Vasudeva, they could immediately accept, yes, this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is no one else. But whereas on the other hand, demons like Duryodhana, even if they see these extraordinary powers of the Lord, what they will tell? Some magician, some magic. Or when we hear about this, then we think, some storytelling. How it is possible that somebody comes out of womb with fully decorated, fully grown up with 4 hands, Sangha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, with the crown. Will it not pierce the womb of Devaki? How it is possible? This is all a myth, storytelling. But it is not. Devotees, they can understand. God means what? He possesses inconceivable potencies. So Krishna is displaying that in full. So Vasudeva here, Prabhupada in the purport very nicely says, Vasudeva could immediately understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared not as an ordinary child, but in his original fully decorated 400 form. Vasudeva did not understand that this my child is Supreme Lord. Not only that, Vasudeva could understand that this is the original form of the Lord. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, what he says? Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropisan prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavam atma mayaya. In word by word translation, Prabhupada writes as my internal potency. But in the translation of the verse, if you see, Prabhupada writes as in my original form. Krishna comes in his original form. He does not need to change his form because by his own sweet will he is appearing. And Vasudeva could immediately understand that this is my Supreme Lord appeared in his same original form. So therefore Vasudeva was struck with wonder. And very nicely Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur analyzes this, and Prabhupada, through the entire purport from Prabhupada quotes from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur only. Prabhupada begins the purport itself by saying, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has analyzed the wonder of Vasudeva upon seeing his extraordinary child. Vasudeva was struck with wonder, so Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives 4 reasons. For what reason Vasudeva got struck with wonder. So just we'll see. The first wonder was that the Lord was not afraid to appear within the prison house of Kamsa. Amazing thing. It shows that Lord is fearless. To see, for example, to enter into the territory of an enemy, it requires some braveness, Then we call that person really is a fearless person. From Mahabharata we see Abhimanyu, such a young fellow, he enters into the Chaturvyuha of Kauravas. Just very bravely he enters inside and then fights with all the Maharathas. What do we say? Such a fearless person. Same thing we see here, like how in that Mahabharata, Kauravas were arranged everything to kill. Whoever enters inside the Chaturvyuha, they wanted to kill that person. So Abhimanyu came, finally they killed him. Same thing, Kamsa made all arrangements within his territory to kill this 8th child whenever it gets born. So first thing what Kamsa did, he shackled mother and father, Vasudeva and Devaki. So in case, now if the child take birth, what will happen? Child cannot move away from father, mother without their help. So the child must lie there only. So I can come and immediately kill the child. If by chance anything happens, if the child goes away little distance, still it should not go out of the room. So what was Kamsa did? Lock the door, put a lock. And somewhere it is mentioned, I forgot the exact reference, that where Vasudeva and Devaki were kept, there was not only one door. Actually, there was 16 doors. And Kamsa locked all the doors. So that the child cannot escape from the territory of Kamsa. And not only that, even in case something happens, maybe the baby is too small, escapes through the gate of the doors, a gap between the doors, he kept his guards 24/7, no sleep. You should be awake all the time. Just when you hear the cry sound of the child, immediately inform me. So he made all the arrangements to immediately kill the child. And what happens? Krishna, because of fear of Kamsa, Kamsa made all the arrangements. So Krishna took birth somewhere else. No, Krishna appears within that territory, shows that I am fearless. Krishna is fearless. Bhagavatam says, Apanna samsrutim goram yannama vivaso grunan tatas sadyo vimutyecha yadbiveti swayam bhayam. Just simply by hearing the name Krishna, the fear personification gets fear. So, means shows the Lord is fearless. But some foolish people, you know what they say? Actually, Krishna was fearful. Therefore, when he took his birth, immediately he asked his father, Father, take me away from here, keep me in Nanda Maharaj's house and bring that daughter. His daughter is there, you bring her here. So he was really afraid of Kamsa, therefore he ran away, and later, after some years, he came back and killed Kamsa. This shows Krishna was fearful. Wow. Great explanation. Bogus explanation. Say, we will take your same argument. They are saying Krishna was really fearful, afraid. Therefore, he asked his father to take him from here to another place. So, sir, if a newborn child can speak to his father and tell him, please take me from here to another place, that same newborn child, can't he kill someone? If a newborn child can speak, can't he kill someone? And throughout the journey of Vasudeva, taking from here to there, we can see Vasudeva and Devaki, they were shackled. So how Vasudeva can go? So that newborn child made all the shackles to unshackle. If that newborn child can make all the shackles unshackle, can't he kill someone? If that newborn child can make all the doors open, can't he kill someone? If the newborn child can make all the guards 24/7 awake, he made them sleep. And the newborn child made arrangement in such a way that when Vasudeva is carrying the child from this house to the house of Nanda Maharaj, no one saw. No one was there. If he can do that arrangement, can't he make arrangement to kill Kamsa? So, and throughout that we can see when Vasudeva goes to the house of Nanda Maharaj, keeps Krishna there, takes Yogamaya back. Krishna, that newborn child, arranges in such a way that nobody knows that also. Yashoda also next day cannot identify whether I delivered a male boy or a girl baby. Male baby, boy baby or a girl baby. And he brings back the child and keeps back in the jail. Then whatever happened, everything happens in reverse. Means all the shackles get back into their positions, all the unlocked door gets locked, all the sleeping soldiers got awakened. So if that newborn baby can do all these things, why can't he kill Kamsa on the spot? Then they may ask, so then why he didn't kill? Because he did not want to kill. When he wanted, he did that. Same your argument, you are saying that Krishna out of fear ran away and then after some years he came back and killed Kamsa. So at what age he came back? Just at the beginning of his teenage. Still a small boy only. He came back and fought with Chanura. He didn't even directly fight with Kamsa. Krishna and Balram, they came on the way, they killed so many people, and just in the wrestle arena, Krishna and Balaram, they fought with Chanura and Mushtika. After battling with them, how Krishna killed Chanuka, he just took him like, how we take chadar, swirl and then throw. Like that, Krishna just swirled Chanura and then he threw Chanura. Everybody was clapping their hands, praising, but only Kamsa was furious. Kamsa was saying, immediately arrest Vasudeva, Devaki, catch this Krishna. Krishna couldn't tolerate more than that. Okay, your time is over. He caught the hair of Kamsa, pulled him to the arena, climbed over Kamsa, finish. So it was not that Krishna ran away and then throughout all those 12, 13, 14 years Krishna learned wrestling art and then he was whole day practicing, I should kill Kamsa. Nothing like that. So even your own argument proves that Krishna is a supreme person. He is not fearful at all. He is fearless personification. We all know now in 1 week of time, Narasimha Chaturthasi is coming. So we devotees, whenever some festival comes, when occasion comes, we like to read about that particular pastime. Like now Ramanavami came, so many of our devotees, even in ashram or in congregation, they all read Gurukulis, okay. They all read Ramayana. So like that now Narasimha Chaturthasi is coming, many of the devotees are reading, so I was also reading. And when I was reading this purport, the 4 reasons of Vasudeva's wonder, whatever Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is giving, all 4 reasons of wonders were matching with Narasimha Leela. So I was just thinking, maybe within our time, we'll try to link them, we'll try to see on both of them comparatively. So here we are seeing that Lord is actually fearless. Same thing we see in Narasimha Leela also. From Bhagavatam 8th canto, we can see that when Vamanadev, he approached Bali Maharaj, Vamanadev was initially glorifying Bali Maharaj so much. At that time he was saying, you are coming in whose lineage? Who is your great-grandfather? Hiranyakashipu. You are son of Virochana, Virochana is son of Prahlad Maharaj is son of Hiranyakashipu. And he was so powerful that Vishnu was afraid of him. Then Vamanadev narrates the story of Varaha. Varaha killing Hiranyaksha. Varaha killed Hiranyaksha. Then when Hiranyakashipu came to know that this Vishnu killed my brother, Hiranyakashipu got so angry, he went in searching of Vishnu. Where is Vishnu? Where is Vishnu? Everywhere he was searching, and finally he reached Vaikuntha Loka also. He entered inside Vaikuntha Loka and there he was searching, where is Vishnu? Where is Vishnu? And Vamanadev, he is speaking to Bali Maharaj, is saying, when Hiranyakashipu was searching like this, Vishnu really got afraid. Vishnu thought, what is this? This Hiranyakashipu is searching me like how death searches behind everyone. When death is running behind you, you cannot escape. Similarly, this Hiranyakashipu is running behind me. So what I should do, how I should escape? Wherever I go, he will come. I think better I should hide myself in the heart of Hiranyakashipu, then Hiranyakashipu will not find me. There Shukadeva Goswami uses the word Vivigna Chetaha. Vivigna Cheta means Vishnu was really in anxiety. So he was thinking what I should do. Then he entered into the Cheta, heart of Hiranyakashipu through the nostrils of Hiranyakashipu. When Hiranyakashipu was breathing through the breath air, through the nostrils, Vishnu entered inside the heart. And then Hiranyakashipu was searching everywhere, he couldn't find inside his heart. And Hiranyakashipu thought, see this Vishnu, really afraid of me, he is nowhere. I searched everywhere, I could not find him, that means he is dead. Out of fear of me, he is dead. This is what Hiranyakashipu thought, and then this is what Vamana is telling to Bali Maharaj. But in the purport of Bhagavatam, Prabhupada himself also explains, and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also very nicely explains, that actually Vamana was mocking Bali Maharaj by saying this, because we know Vishnu is never afraid. And then Prabhupada also explains in the purport then why this anxiety was given, this Vivigna, why Lord Vishnu became anxiety. Unless if he is fearful, why he should get anxiety? Then Prabhupada very nicely explains, this anxiety was not due to fear of Hiranyakashipu, rather it was out of compassion for Hiranyakashipu. Prabhupada says that Lord was thinking, no, this fellow, just now I killed your brother, but now again you are also roaming like this. So I want to do at least some benefit, welfare for you. So what welfare I can do? At least I can hide myself. I can go inside your heart. So out of compassion, Lord got anxious. Lord really wants to do welfare of everyone. So this does not show the fearful nature of the Lord. So in that eighth canto, explanation is given like this. What to speak about Lord? Same Vishnu, how he killed the same Hiranyakashipu later on. If he was fearful of Hiranyakashipu, we know in the Narasimha Leela how he killed Hiranyakashipu. Didn't bring a big vehicle of weapons like now, military, when they fight with opposition, they bring so many weapons, so many bullets, so many, what you call drones. Nowadays they have drones, and then through the drones they drop missiles which you cannot see. There are so many jets flying, and then they throw missile. Lord did not bring anything. He just brought nails, his own nails, which are already present in his hands. Just with that, so easily he killed Dalita Hiranyakashipu. So easily he did. And what to speak of Lord? Even the devotees of the Lord, they are fearless. Hiranyakashipu did all the tortures to Prahlad, and Prahlad was not even for a moment felt, oh, what is going to happen? He never felt that fear. Just really I like this particular instance. Throughout Prahlad Maharaj pastime, everything is really wonderful. Especially this, that when they threw Prahlad from the cliff, from the top of the mountain, when Prahlad Maharaj was coming down, normally when we go to the edge of any cliff, any mountain, just by looking down, everything shatters inside. Several times we have experience when we are watering in the construction site, when we go above 30 feet, 32 feet height, then immediately little, shattering of heart happens. So, like that, so many people everywhere, so many things they are doing. So here, when they took Prahlad Maharaj was very cool. Not only seeing, when they threw Prahlad Maharaj did not had any parachute or something that, while flying I will open my parachute and escape. No. He had full faith on his Lord, therefore he was not fearful at all. And Acharyas explain, when Prahlad was coming, maybe initially he may be not fearful, but half of the distance, at least some doubt should arise, what is going to happen? There is no net, nobody is there to hold me. But still Prahlad was 100% convinced. He's coming so close to the floor, still Prahlad was 100% convinced that my Lord will protect me. No? Acharyas explain what Prahlad thought. I am 100% sure my Lord will protect me. But how he is going to protect, that is his headache. That is not my headache. So for sure Lord will protect me. He was completely fearless. Even when elephants came to stamp him, he was thinking, oh, you all are family of Gajendra, descendants of Gajendra. Gajendra was protected by my Lord. So you will not stamp on me. When he was surrounded by snakes, he was thinking, oh, you all are descendants of Anantasesha. So everywhere, he was completely fearless. So therefore, here Vasudeva wondering, seeing the Lord being fearless is it's not so surprising, because even the devotees are fearless. And second reason Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gives, although the Lord, the supreme transcendence, is all pervading, had appeared from the womb of Devaki. We say that Lord is present everywhere. Andantarastha paramanu chayantarastham. Lord is present in everything. Even in small atom also, Lord is present. This is not just theoretically we say. Actually, devotees, they have full conviction when they are saying this. Krishna is present everywhere. When Prabhupada says that Krishna is present everywhere, means he is seeing Krishna everywhere. Devotees could feel that. In one of the memories, Govinda Dasi Mataji, we know she is very good artist. She and then Jadurani Mataji, they all are. So one incident, Govinda Dasi Mataji, she is saying in the beginning days, Prabhupada asked her to draw a Radha Krishna painting. So because of beginning days, they did not know so much detailed description. So they were drawing. But whenever few things to clarify, they will directly come to Prabhupada, because beginning days, so easily they will come to Prabhupada and ask Swamiji, this doubt we have, Swamiji, that doubt we have. So one time she came, while painting this drawing, she came and asked Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, what is the color of the eyes of Krishna? No, because sometimes we see some people, they have black color, some people have bluish color. Krishna body is dark bluish. So maybe what is the color of Krishna's eyes? So she came and asked Prabhupada. And she explains, she narrates what Prabhupada did. She says, Prabhupada immediately entered into a deep meditation kind of phase. He was looking far away, like he is looking at Krishna. He was looking there, little far away for a few seconds, and he said, his eyes are black. Just like if somebody asks me, Gokul was sitting in class, what was his shirt color? So what I will do, just I will look at his shirt and then I will tell blue color. So we are looking at him and telling. So just like that. Because Prabhupada was seeing Krishna everywhere. Throughout all the pastimes of Chaitanya Leela also we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seeing Krishna everywhere. In that same Govinda Dasi Mata says, even Jadurani Mataji also few times for few other features of Krishna, whenever she had doubt, she will come to Prabhupada and Prabhupada will look somewhere and then Prabhupada will tell. As if Krishna was standing there. Means actually Krishna was standing there. Prabhupada could see that. So devotees not only theoretically, even practically they are seeing, therefore they have full faith that Lord is present everywhere. So same thing happened in Narasimha Leela, that when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahalad, where is your Hari? Is he in this pillar? Then immediately what Prahalad Maharaj says? Yes, he is standing there, he is there in the pillar. One Sri Vaishnacharya gives long time back this, when I went to Srirangam, I heard this from him. So he was saying that why, in Bhagavatam we see that Hiranyakashipu is pointing to one pillar and asking, is your Lord in this pillar? Prahalad Maharaj says yes. But in other Puranas, if you see, Hiranyakashipu is actually asking so many pillars. Is your Lord is in this pillar, in this pillar, in this pillar? Like that he is going on and finally stops at one pillar. So that Sri Vaishnava, he was giving explanation that you know why particularly Hiranyakashipu stopped at that pillar? Because when they were building that palace, Hiranyakashipu was personally supervising while building that pillar. So he knows that nobody entered inside while building that pillar. So your Lord cannot be there inside that pillar. So therefore he was asking, is your Lord inside that pillar? And Prahalad is saying, yeah, yes, my Lord is there inside that pillar. Therefore, Hiranyakashipu wanted to break the pillar. Because already, just now we were hearing about that Vamana Leela, already Hiranyakashipu is thinking Vishnu is dead. Prahalad is saying Vishnu is in the pillar. But Hiranyakashipu is thinking already Vishnu is dead out of fear of me when I went after Hiranyaksha's killing. Already Vishnu is dead. So surely Vishnu cannot be there. So still why did he break the pillar? To break the faith of Prahalad. That you are thinking your Lord is everywhere, but he is not there. He is nowhere. So I will break your faith. Your Lord is not all pervading. To break that faith, Hiranyakashipu wanted to break the pillar. Hiranyakashipu was thinking Prahalad's faith is so fragile. But in Ramayana, it's given how staunch faith of Prahalad was. Immediately Madhusudan is thinking, what Ramayana? Ramayana where Prahalad comes. So same astonishment was there when Kamban narrated his Ramayana. Actually, we know, many of us, those who are from Tamil Nadu, we know Kamban is a very famous, great poet. So he, out of his all compositions, he is very famous for his poetic narrations. Tamil, we say, Kamban Veetu Kattathariyum Kavipadum. Even his court can compose poems and sing beautiful narrations. So out of his all poems, poetic writings, Ramayanam is the topmost. And he himself said that my Ramayanam is based on the Ramayana of Valmiki. And we also heard Kamba Ramayanam seminar from Gokul Prabhu. So Kamban, he finished his Ramayana and he wanted to stage that. In Tamil we call Arangetram. So he wanted to stage that. He did that in Srirangam temple. If you enter through the northern gate of the Srirangam temple, Ranganatha Swami Koil temple, right side we have Tayar Sannadhi and the left side you will see a Mandapam. It's written Kamban Mandapam. It's named after him because he staged his Ramayana there. So when he was staging his Ramayana, when he was narrating everything, he came to Yuddha Kanda. In Yuddha Kanda, just before Vibhishana leaving from Ravana, we know Vibhishana wanted to convince Ravana to change so many things he said, and finally he used one weapon, that is the story of Hiranyakashipu and Narasimhadev and Prahalad Maharaj. So Vibhishana was narrating that, and he explained everything, narrated everything, and finally, because Vibhishana was saying, see, Hiranyakashipu was far, far superior than you, even he was killed. So why you are doing like this? You just give up Sita. But Ravana said, no, you want to take over my kingdom, therefore you are speaking like this, get out of my kingdom. Then Vibhishana came out of Lanka, came to Rama, so these are a different story. So when Kamban was narrating this, everybody in the assembly, they were shocked. They were thinking, what is this? He said he has composed this Ramayana based on Valmiki's Ramayana, and in Valmiki Ramayana we don't see Valmiki mentioning about this Hiranyavatam chapter title there. So killing of Hiranyakashipu, it's not in Valmiki Ramayana. So whether this is authorized or not, many were doubting, many were rejecting. So very beautiful thing happened there. When everybody was doing like this, Kamban just turned left side. Those who have gone to Ranganatha Swami temple, we know from that mandapam left side, Alagiya Singa Perumal Sannadhi is there. Lord Narsimadev Sannadhi is there. So when Kamban turned towards there and then was looking at Lord, see, everybody is looking like this. Then it is explained that immediately Narsimadev from the Sannadhi, from the Vimana, we know Narsimadev is in the Vimana also. From there immediately huge sound came. Lord clapped his hands and then agreed. He shook his head like this and agreed. So therefore everybody agreed that, and then even today also when you open Kamba Ramayanam in Yuddha Kanda, you can see I think 3rd chapter is Hiranyavatam. So why we came to this section? Because there Kamban very beautifully explains the faith, how much faith Prahalad Maharaj had on the all pervasiveness of the Lord. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahalad, is your Lord in this pillar? Kamban very nicely says, I will just tell that in Tamil and then line by line we can see in English also. Kamban writes Prahalad's reply, Saninum ulan or tanmai anuvinai satakuritta koninum ulan. Saninum ulan. In Tamil we say Jan. Jan means from this small finger to the top of thumb finger. This is called Jan. They say Angulam, Jan, they have sizes. So my Lord is present in this also. Saninum ulan. Anuvinai shatakuritta koninum ulan. Anu means atom. Here also we are seeing atom, we just read about that. So this atom, we know it's a very smallest particle, and he says, Shatakuritta, if you cut that atoms into 100 pieces, like Prabhupada mentions, the size of the soul, Keshagra Shatabhagasya, you cannot cut, but if you cut, very small portion comes. So Kamban says, Anuvinai Shatakuritta Koninum Ulan. Kon means that 100, if you cut it to 100 parts, one part is called kon. That my Lord is present in that also. Then he says, Ma meru kundrinum ulan, innindra thunilum ulan. Ma meru kundru. Ma meru means meru, we know. Ma means big. The biggest Meru mountain. In that also my Lord is there. And then what to say? You are asking this pillar. Innindra thunilum ulan. Here in this pillar also my Lord is there. And the topmost faith of Prahalad Maharaj comes in the next line. First line he said, Saninum ulan, Ortanmai anuvinai satakuritta koninum ulan, Mameru kundrinum ulan, Innindra thunilum ulan, Ni sonna sollilum ulan. He said, even in your words, my Father, the Supreme Lord is present. What did Hiranyakashipu say? Is your Lord Hari is here? So Prahalad is saying, when you said your Lord Hari is there, Hari, because Lord's name is not different from the Lord. In purport, Prabhupada is explaining Advaya Jnana. Advaya, Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam. Advaya Jnana means there is no difference between Lord and His form, His name, everything. So Prahalad is saying, even you don't, who don't agree the presence of Lord, even in your words, my Lord is present. Krishna says in Gita, right? Aksharana makarosmi dvandva samasikasya. So, and then he says, what is that? Kanudi viraivin. He says, don't worry, you will see that soon. Then Hiranyakashipu says, Nandru ena kanagan sonnan. Kamban finishes that poem like that. Nandru, Kanakan means Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu is one of the name in Tamil is Kanakan. So he said, okay, let me see. And finally he saw. So this is the faith of devotees. They know that Lord is present everywhere. Lord is all pervasive. Not just blind faith. They can see. Even when poison was given to Prahlad Maharaj could see immediately Lord present there. So this is, therefore here his second wonder is given. And third point of wonder, that child could take birth from womb so nicely decorated. We were initially also discussing about that, how it is possible, coming out of the womb so nicely decorated. Same thing happened in Narsimha Leela. When Narsimhadev came out, just what you called Hiranyakashipu was completely gone crazy. He was also the same thing, wondering. Shukadeva Goswami writes in Bhagavatam 7th canto, when Hiranyakashipu hit the pillar, then after that tumultuous sound came, then Lord himself broke the pillar, came. Many of us are thinking, Hiranyakashipu broke the pillar and then Lord came out. Actually, Lord broke the pillar and came out. So when Lord broke the pillar and came out, when Lord broke and came out, the description is given. So just what Mriga? I forgot how it starts. So when Lord came out, Shukadeva Goswami is explaining in the verse the mood of Hiranyakashipu. He is saying, Nayam Mrigo Napi Naro Vichitram. Vichitram, such a wonderful form this is. Nayam Mrigo, this is not animal. Nayam Naro, Napi Naro, this is not human being also. Then he says, Ahokim Etan Nirmrigendra Rupam. Then what is this half man, half lion form? Just he was really, got struck like how Vasudeva got, in wonder. Same thing. Hiranyakashipu was thinking, how it is possible that someone, this pillar I only supervised, nobody entered inside while I was building. And then now when I break, this fellow is coming out with fully equipped, fully dressed. And actually, if we see Bhagavatam, when Narsimhadev came out, he killed initially all the demoniac soldiers of Hiranyakashipu. And how he killed them with his weapons. Lord had all his weapons. He killed them with that. Only Hiranyakashipu Lord didn't kill with weapons. Because that was the boon given by Brahma, and Krishna also wanted to satisfy Brahma. So Narsimhadev didn't use any weapon. But he had weapons. So fully decorated, full krita, full weapons, same 400 form, and then Lord, we are worshipping Lord. So many hands. Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dhalita Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu also same thing happened. So just I was thinking the same wonder. And the fourth one, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was Vasudeva's worshipable deity, yet he had taken birth as his son. He was his worshipable deity, but Lord, you have taken birth as my son also. What an amazing thing this is. And we all know why Lord took birth as Vasudeva's son. Because Vasudeva wanted. Lord himself narrates that, right? Previously, you were Sutapa and Prishni. That time you did severe penances, tapasya, and asked for me to take birth as your child, come as your child. That time also I came as Prishni Garbha. Then Kashyapa Aditi, I came as Vamana. And now again, third time, I have come in my own original form as Krishna. So just because Vasudeva wanted, that was the desire of devotee, Lord is ready to do anything. Even for apparently it may look like a difficult task, still Lord is ready to do if a devotee wants anything. So recently I was going through in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was called for for lunch, and then huge feast was kept, so many items. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I am a sannyasi, how I can eat so many items? My stomach will get disturbed, I will become sick. Then immediately they say, what Lord, what you are saying? See in Jagannath Puri, we have this Rathayatra here. Jagannath Puri, we know when King Indradyumna asked the Lord, what boons he asked the Lord? Lord, you should always eat throughout the day. Your hand should always be wet. Lord was saying, what is that? Whole day I should eat. Okay, because you desire, okay, I will grant that. Then next thing is asking, Lord, you should never sleep. We will generally think, recently that also we were discussing in one of the Sunday class, those who are in Vatsalya Rasa, Yashodama always thinking of Krishna, that, Krishna, whole day he's playing outside, he's going with cows, I don't know whether he's drinking properly, eating properly, he will get sick. So I should feed him properly, he should take proper rest. Yashodama is thinking like that. And King Indradimna is asking, please don't, Lord, you don't sleep. Maybe for 2-3 hours you sleep, that is okay. And if you go to Jagannath Puri, we hear from them, even though those 2-3 hours Lord is not sleeping, only temple is closed. Why Lord is not sleeping? Because during that time, even demigods come to take darshan of the Lord. Throughout the other 22 hours, 21 hours like that, people are allowed to take darshan of the Lord. Even the time when the doors are closed, demigods come and take darshan of the Lord. So Lord, he does not have even eyelids. Then what to speak of sleeping? He will not even close his eyes. Lord is ready to do anything. And same thing with Narasimha Leela also. I remember this, I don't remember exact reference. Approximately 18 years back, in our Salem temple, we did for Narasimha Chaturdashi a drama. In our old place, not here, 2 places before, old place. We did drama. At the time, one senior devotee, he was saying after the drama was over, in the drama we had 2 pillars kept. So Hiranyakashipu was asking, in this pillar your Lord is there, in that pillar your Lord is there. And then Narasimha Dev we kept in one pillar. Hiranyakashipu properly pointed out, we broke, and then Narasimha Dev came out. Everything was over. Then later that senior devotee was saying that actually what happened, Narasimha Dev, we know he came out of one particular pillar. He said that actually Narasimha Dev was waiting. Which pillar Prahalad is going to say yes? If Prahalad says yes to this pillar, then I supposed to come out of that pillar. We know Lord is present everywhere, but still, this shows the mood of Lord and devotee. If Prahalad says yes to that pillar, then I should come out of that pillar. So Narasimha was running from each pillar to each pillar. That finally where they stop and say, yes, this is the pillar, then I will come out of that. Just to make the words of my devotee true. Just to fulfill the desire of my devotee. Just like here, Vasudeva's desire was to get Lord as his son. So he got. So how much jubilant Vasudeva must be. So therefore, in translation we saw, immediately what he did? He mentally collected 10,000 cows and distributed among the Brahmanas. Because Vasudeva cannot blow trumpet and celebrate. Prabhupada writes here that we saw that, Kshatriyas do celebrate the child, celebrate the birth of a child. Everyone. Whenever our child is born, immediately, in today's world, we put WhatsApp status or, some message in Facebook. Previously, everybody called, immediately phone call, I got a boy baby, I got a girl baby, this, that. Immediately they distribute so many things, at least chocolates, in today's world. So Vasudeva wanted to do, but Vasudeva cannot do, because immediately Kamsa will come and kill. Vasudeva did not do any ceremony for Krishna. Even when a newborn baby is taken, we will bathe the baby. Even that Vasudeva could not do. And Acharyas explained when he was taking, therefore rain came. Rain Indra thought that nobody bathed my Lord, so let me bathe him. So no ceremony was done. And amazingly, in 10th canto, if I am not wrong, 5th chapter, we will see there is a description that Jata Karma ceremony was done for Krishna. Jata Karma ceremony means cutting the umbilical cord of mother and child. So then immediately we may wonder, so how could that happen here? Ceremony should have happened in a great manner, and cutting of umbilical cord, here we don't read any description that Devaki's and Krishna's umbilical cord was cut. Then immediately there Prabhupada also mentions in the purport, and Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, actually that happened, how? Because Krishna took birth in 2 places. When Krishna took birth to the son, as a son of Devaki in the jail, at the same time simultaneously he took birth in Nanda Maharaj's house also. So there, when Yashodama's umbilical cord connected with Krishna was cut, then the Jata Karma ceremony was happened. We will read that when we come to the 5th chapter of this canto, we will see that. So Vasudeva could not do anything. But we know that the wonderful nature of devotional service, nobody can stop it. Ahaituki apratihata. So there is, one should not have any other desires and without any stoppage. So devotional service cannot be stopped by any means. So immediately what Vasudeva did, just mentally, in his mind, he immediately performed everything. He immediately gave in charity so many cows here as it is mentioned. And Prabhupada in the purport says that this was just as good. If one cannot externally serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can serve the Lord within one's mind, since the activities of the mind are as good as those of the other senses. So, therefore, people generally perform ritualistic ceremonies for the birth of a child. Why then Vasudeva not have performed such a ceremony? So, immediately he performed this in his mind, and Lord immediately accepts that. So, with this, I will conclude. There are actually a lot more to speak. Just even doing in the mind, Lord agrees. So many places Prabhupada quotes this Pratishtanapura Brahmana. If I am not wrong, from Padma Purana or Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Prabhupada quotes. That Brahmana was so poor, daily he used to go for Saptahas here, and then one day he heard that one can serve Lord in mind also. Then that Brahmana started worshipping Lord in his mind. He started constructing temple, and then so many ornaments, dress. Daily he was doing Abhisheka in mind. Like this, so many days he was continuously doing. And one day he wanted to offer a sweet rice, prasadam, boga to Lord. In his mind, he switched on the stove, and then he put rice, he put water, he put whatever items. Because I don't know the ingredients, I said whatever items. So he cooked the sweet rice, and he brought in front of the Lord in his mind. Actually, sweet rice, we all know, when it is served cold, it is really sweet. The sweetness increases. That is the way how we should serve. But he cooked so hot, and then he immediately brought in front of the Lord. So he was thinking, will that be too hot for the Lord? So he just wanted to check that. He touched with his finger. Then immediately what happened? His meditation got broken, and he saw his finger burnt. In meditation he was offering to Lord. In meditation he was cooking for the Lord. In meditation he touched the offering, whether it is hot or not. But suddenly when his meditation got broken, he saw his finger burnt. So Prabhupada says that Lord can be served in any means. So now immediately we should not think, Prabhu, I will do my service in mind. Prabhu, I will chant my rounds in mind. So we are not in that stage. One day we will also come to that stage. But initially, now we should engage all our senses. Vasudeva did not have opportunity. That Brahmana did not have opportunity to engage externally. They were doing it mentally. Now we have all the opportunities. We have all 24 hours in our Brahmachari ashram. Even if you want to escape, temple commander will not allow you to escape. So then we should be happy that we are getting all these opportunities to engage in the service of the Lord. So let me utilize this moment. So many times we heard, Parikshit Maharaj had 7 days. We don't know even 7 minutes, 7 seconds. So let us immediately surrender Lord. Then one day, if we engage like this, then like how Vasudeva saw and his eyes were struck with wonder, similarly we also, our eyes also can get struck with wonder by seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. Either in spiritual world, as Prabhupada says, death means what? For a devotee, death means you sleep and when you wake up, you are seeing Krishna. What could be better than that? Seeing Krishna, hearing his voice. Several times you see Prabhu, Chittari Prabhu's voice, so nice Prabhu, so beautiful, hearing his kirtan. What to speak of Krishna's voice when Krishna is playing his flute, when Krishna is speaking. So that time surely we will get struck with wonder. So let us pray for that. And this is just thought of sharing these points, whatever I read. In connection with this, it was nicely aligning, so I thought of doing. Hare Krishna, sorry, I went little over time as usual. Yes,
said that, you said that Lord Nrsimhadev had to run from each pillar to other pillars. So, but the Sri Vaishnava who explained to me, he said another very interesting point that the Lord was already fully equipped in all the pillars. He does not have to run anywhere. He didn't know where Hiranyakashipu will hit which pillar. So he was ready. So any pillar he will hit, I will come out from that. Of course, that's why I'm saying they have their moods and then they show that's very nice. And another point that I really thought was as Srila Prabhupada also emphasizes in the purport regarding the how any of the senses, like you think by the mind, and you offer the Lord because of his affection for his devotee, accepts it. Then I thought that also the other, if you take it to the other end, so we need to be in Kali Yuga. We are very merciful in the sense you may. It is said that you may think by your mind, you may think some bad about someone, or you may, of course, from the mind to the action, it's not so far away. So, but in Kali Yuga, it's not considered. So, but we need to be very careful because from this purpose also, this I was just thinking, in the mind, your thoughts should be good, your attitude should be good. Then it's very favorable for devotional service. In the mind, if some crazy thoughts or some negative things are coming up, we immediately curtail that. So this is
Actually,
as I said, you spoke so many about different things. I just had another aspect.
actually, I had it. I cut that out otherwise. Because in Kali Yuga, as Prabhu said, Kali Yuga very mercifully, whatever is done by action, that is taken into account, means regarding offenses or even sinful things. When you do it by mind or words, it is not taken so seriously. But we can see in Treta Yuga, even by words, if you do, it was taken seriously. When Arjuna took sword to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj, because Yudhishthira Maharaj told you, put down your Gandiva, then Arjuna actually took a vow that whoever tells that I will kill them. So Arjuna wanted to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj, and immediately Krishna told, no, you cannot do that. Then Arjuna said, but then what about my promise? Then Krishna told him, no, actually even by words, if you disrespect some elder people, that is equal to killing them. So then Arjuna spoke little strong words. Then again, actually Arjuna took the sword back. Then Krishna said, just now you finished, and why you are taking sword again? Arjuna said, no, now I want to cut my head. How I can speak so disrespectfully my elder brother? So even words were taken into consideration in Treta Yuga time, we see from that past time. In Kali Yuga, fortunately, otherwise, we know all our minds, how it is polluted. All our even words are polluted. And devotional thing, you see, even if you do in your mind, it is accepted. That is the mercifulness of Lord. So again, Manasika chanting you can do, but Vaikari Upamsa is better. Doing it with beats and then in congregational chanting. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.